Hey, guys. Hey, guys. All right, let's fix you a little bit. Ooh, it's a lot going on right now. Hey, it's a lot going on. Oh, my jippers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter when you may be catching this particular broadcast. Out to these Pelzer here, your voice manager. Oh yeah, my hair doing its own thing. As soon as I get on camera, you would think that I didn't look like, but it always looks weird when you're on the camera, right? That part. Out to be spelled to hear your voice manager. I unmute the voice of women who are ready to speak up about what has kept her silent for way too long. Host of the hashtag Speak Easy podcast. And I am coming to you live in the space and place to be. I'm super excited. Good morning. I am excited about all the things. So let me first make sure that you guys can hear me clearly because y'all know. There we go. Making sure that you guys could hear me okay, and make sure that I go ahead and put this in the groups so that way the peoples can get the information. Those of you who are just joining me for the first time because somebody shared this out, I appreciate you. Come on. Hey, sis. Good morning. The messages are already starting to come in. So wait, I wanted to try this. So wait, hold on. Y'all know I'm always trying something new. Okay, good. So it says chat overlay. So I'm trying to see what that means. Does it come up something different for you guys? Does the chat come up? It doesn't look like it. Hmm. Nothing different on my side. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to play with it a little bit more and see what that actually does, that part. For those of you catching me for the first time, again, welcome. I appreciate you. Those of you who are the true and the true Rada-Dadas, those who are unmuting themselves or becoming unmuted every single day. I thank you guys for always coming back, supporting and sharing. Because guess what? Without you, there would be no reason to have this broadcast. I want to make sure that you know that you are valuable and valued every time you show up. That part. Good morning. Good morning, Donna. Good morning. I am excited, guys. So, the message this morning was setting deliberate intentions. And I think as we go into this last quarter, as we look at all of the things that have been happening around us, we really do have to be deliberate and set some deliberate intentions. Let me go ahead and adjust this for you guys because I feel like it's real low. Okay. Yeah, it just looked weird for me for whatever the reason. I just moved my laptop, back into my office, so I had it in a different positioning and angle, and yeah, that part. That part. Good morning, Eureka. I see you, sis. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining. I see you guys coming and sliding in. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing it out. I appreciate you. So, setting deliberate intentions. Woo! Look, Eureka already said it. Buckle up for the ride. Setting deliberate intentions. So, as we head into like we're just about almost at like the last 60 days. Like I think we're at like almost like the last 75 days of the year. Being deliberate goes so much further than reading a book. Being deliberate goes so much further than um, having one conversation, showing up in one place. And so I think we got to have a real conversation. Okay, I had to adjust the lighting because I was like, it just looks weird. I don't know why. The video itself just looks really weird today. Let's switch that up. Okay, there we go. Um, being deliberate about where we are going in this last quarter, being deliberate about where we are going in 2022, being deliberate about who we want to impact and what kind of mark we want to leave on the earth. Here's the thing, I think about it like this: God called us to be the salt of the earth. Well, there's different types of salt. Y'all better catch that. There's different types of salt. We got Epsom salt, we got regular table salt, we got Himalayan sea salt, we got different types of salt, and the different types of salt has different properties. God called us to be salt. What kind of salt will you be? And can we be honest? When we are not deliberate about our actions, about where we're showing up, about what we're doing for our body and our health, when we're not deliberate, then we may look like salt, but we're actually sugar because we're trying to pacify somebody. We're trying to make somebody feel good instead of doing the work that we were called to do. Y'all better catch this morning. I don't know if y'all fully up yet. It's okay. I understand. It's okay. I understand. Y'all may not be fully awake, and that is a-okay. But I need you to hear me clearly. We can't be sugar and salt. That's going to hurt somebody. Somebody going to catch that on their way home from work in like a week. And it's going to be like, oh, that hurt. That hurt. That hurt to the core, because if we're salt, we're meant to change something. Salt, there is a property in it that changes the taste of food. It changes listen, it brings out impurities. Come on, depending on what kind of salt you are. But you have to be deliberate, because people aren't eating Epsom salt, I hope. You got to be deliberate. So the scripture that God gave me was Proverbs 21:2. Come on. Come on. Listen. Proverbs 21:2. Now, y'all know Proverbs can give you all of the tea and all of the, like, come on, come through with the wisdom, right? People may be right in their own eyes, but the Lord examines their heart. So when we're going to be deliberate in our intentions, it's about the heart. See, being deliberate, you think is just about the strategy you put on paper. Being deliberate is just about being in the certain rooms. But the reality is it's the heart. You can be in the right rooms and have the wrong heart and tear it all down with your hands. You can have the right strategy with the wrong heart and will never make a sale. I don't know if y'all caught that. You can have the plan. You can have the 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure, 15.5-figure plan, and it never come to pass because the heart is not right. And so I'm gonna go back because I want to read a couple scriptures around it. The king's heart is like a stream of water directed by the Lord. He guides it wherever he pleases. People may be right in their own eyes, but the Lord examines their heart. The Lord is more pleased when we do what is right and just than when we offer him sacrifices. Y'all better come on. Good morning, Shannon. Y'all better come on this morning. And so being deliberate about our intentions means I have to examine the heart. Being deliberate about my intentions means I have to make sure that my heart is in the right place before I go ahead and execute on anything. So I can have the plan, but that's how we can have the $1 million plan and still not make $1 million. Come on. Come on. Marquita said it. Right room, wrong motive. Right room, wrong motive. Right idea, wrong heart. And so you going and you trying to do all of these things, and you can't understand why things are not going in the way that you think it should go. You can't understand why things are literally falling apart. Falling apart. and you don't understand why. Check your heart. Come on. Good morning. Good morning, sis. Check your heart. Have you checked your heart recently? Have you done a heart? Listen, go ahead. Give yourself a minute. Do a heart check, because a heart check will tell you if you are in the right room or not. A heart check will tell you if you're doing this for your own personal pride, or if you're doing this because this is really what God called you to do. Because can we be honest? Some of the things that we think that we have put on our list, that we didn't listen, we didn't made the list, we didn't checked it twice, right? And the reality is we checked it twice, but we checked it against what's in our heart. We checked it against what's in our heart. We didn't check it against what's in God's plan. And so when we check it against what's in our heart, then yeah, it's always going to seem right. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let me go back to what it said in the script. It said, people may be right in their own eyes, but the Lord examines the heart. Listen, my sister said it. Some people need come on. Some people need a heart transplant. Because we're operating out of a place of selfishness. We're operating out of a place of wanting to get revenge. We're operating out of a, come on, y'all better come on this morning. We're operating out of a place that is not pure. We're operating out of a place that is hurt. And then when we operate out of that place that is hurt, any person that we come in contact with, we are now sowing that seed of bitterness into them. Come on, come on. Come on. He will flip it and say, oh, wait. I need you to go in this direction. Here's the thing. When we go ahead and we are make sure that we have deliberate intentions, then what will happen is God can tell us to go left and make a detour, and we'll say, okay, and we'll go left. God can say, I need you to stand still for a moment, and we'll say, okay, all right. Listen, we can literally listen to him and he will tell us, no, I need you to do this. I need you to be here. And we can say, okay, I'll be there. I'll show up. Come on. Come on. Sowing seeds of discord, sowing seeds of bitterness, sowing seeds of fear, sowing seeds of, come on, discontent, sowing seeds of low self-esteem. Listen, we sowing seeds everywhere we go. I need y'all to catch this. So the word of God tells us that we have dominion everywhere our feet tread. So if we think about farming, we're walking on our land. Y'all better catch this. And so we have dominion. We own it. It is our land. As we are going out and sowing seed, we are walking on our land. Some of you forgot what God told you. And so you're walking on land that isn't yours. And therefore you're wasting seed. Because you're planting in ground that may not be right for the seed that you're meant to plant. That's where it comes back to us being deliberate. Come on. That's where it comes back to us being deliberate. Come on, weed out the bad seeds. We have some. Come on. That's where it comes to us being deliberate in where it is that we're showing up. So I said, okay, God. Listen, y'all know I won't tell y'all business. I just tell mine. It's all right. God, don't allow me to be in a place where I'm so focused on the strategy and the plan that I forget the purpose. Don't allow me to be in a place where I'm so focused on the goal, I'm so focused on the finish line that I forget the purpose, that I forget the people. Come on. Come on. Listen. I don't want followers. I want leaders. I want other people that's going to lead. I want other people that's going to go and support. I want other people that's going to go. I want people to go and be their best version of them. And part of it is how is my makeup and how I was created. But the reason why people are drawn to me is because of my heart. It's because of my heart. Literally, people have said this to me where they said there was something different. Like, whereas y'all might have had similar programs, but your heart was different. Come on. Your heart was different. When I'm deliberate about my intentions, part of me being deliberate, and I need y'all to take a hold of this, is I seek God out. I seek God. Come on, come on. You better come on. Look, what I thought it was, it ain't that. You better come on, Donna. What I thought it wasn't that. What I thought God was doing, that wasn't it. And because I was so focused on the goal that I set because of what was in my heart, I'm doing a disservice to people because I was going by what was in my heart. I'm showing up in the wrong rooms because I was going by what was in my heart. And so I have to be deliberate about my intentions, because if not, then the detour that I have may not even be a detour from God. It's a detour I created myself. Come on. We're going to get in a little deep this morning. It's a detour I created myself. And I created it because, y'all better come on. I created it because I had a broken heart. I created it because I had a wounded heart. I created it because I had a torn and tattered heart. I created it because I didn't give my heart to God to heal it. I said I was going to do it myself. I tried to do it myself. I tried to heal myself. I tried to heal myself, y'all. It's hard to make deliberate intentions that have God as the center when you're trying to do it all yourself. When you won't let God lead, when you're trying to do it all yourself, it is very hard for you to have any deliberate intentions because you always go back to, well, I don't like how that feels. I don't like how it makes me feel. It doesn't feel. Come on. It doesn't feel the way I want it to feel. Since it doesn't feel right. Well, yeah, it's uncomfortable when we have God as the center. Can we be honest? It's uncomfortable when we have God as the center because we're not in control. He gives us control of some things, and then we kind of botch it up sometimes. But when we're not in control, there's this uneasy feeling. And so we won't be deliberate in our intentions because I want to be in control. Come on. Come on. Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added. He said a little bit of things. He said one or two things. He said a half of a thing. He said, and all of these things will be added. And so, listen. Oh, come on. Come on, my prayer is, God, let your desires become my desires. So here's the thing. So I've been writing since middle school. My cousin is actually in the comments, Marquita. She's an amazing woman of God, minister, singer, amazing woman of God. And I remember sitting down and writing songs for her. And it was because that was just part of what I like. It was just in me to write. But I always remember saying, okay, I could always be the one behind the scenes. I can never be the one up front. And so I don't know if she remembers this. I'm telling I'm telling all the business. Y'all getting a little taste of the past of Altavice. I remember she was doing a song and she needed backup dancers. And me and a good girlfriend of mine, I'm thankful. I don't believe this is on camera anywhere. I don't think there's any recording of it. I don't know to this day, y'all. But she needed backup dancers. And so we said yes. My friend, she actually had a part that she did, that she rapped, and I mean, we did this whole, it was cool. So we go and we were intentional. This is gonna be funny as heck, y'all. I love y'all. This is why I can share this out. Oh my God. So we we were intentional about what we were going to wear. We were intentional about what we were going to share, what we was going to do, the dance moves. We had it all set up. Come on. We get up there. She's already laughing in the comments, y'all. We get up there. We are doing now, mind you, we've rehearsed the dance. We've rehearsed the dance multiple times, but we never rehearsed it with the outfits on that we were going to wear. And so, with a crowd of I don't know how many people, we were dancing and we did a part, and my friend split her pants and off the stage she went. And I was left on the stage doing the dance. As we were coming closer to the part, y'all better catch this, as we were coming closer to the part where she was supposed to rap. I promise y'all, I don't think it's on camera. I don't think it's a video of it. If it is, I maybe I get it a snippet of it so y'all can see it. But I promise y'all, the nervousness in my heart at that moment, my heart stopped because I was like, oh, what we going to do during this part? What are we going to do? Like, am I still going to dance? Am I going to make something up on the fly? Am I just going to freestyle it? What are we going to do? Is my cousin going? Is Marquita going to keep singing? Like, what is going to happen? She went in the back, and I love this because my mother was back there at the time. Oh man! And my mother said, "You got to finish." So what my mother said to my good friend, "You got to finish." And they got her a shirt to put on that was long enough that covered her behind. She came out right at the moment that she was supposed to be rapping and came back out on stage, y'all. Come on. She came out. She knocked it out the park. Everybody went, the crowd went wild because everybody was like, yeah, that's right. You better come back out. Da-da-da. You know how people be. you know how you know how your cousins be. And they be like, yeah, happy you. Listen, it was because we had a deliberate intention. And the deliberate intention was that we were coming there with a purpose to support Marquita. We were coming there with a purpose to be. So even though I was a writer and I wasn't necessarily a dancer, the purpose was to support her. The purpose was to make sure that this was a performance that went well. Here's the thing: when we have a deliberate intention, even a setback won't set us back. Y'all better come on. Y'all better, I hope y'all caught that. I hope y'all, I know y'all laughing right now. Just, I know y'all laughing right now. And like I said, I don't think it's on camera. But Marquita said it. We got it done. I don't think it's on camera anywhere. But when I tell you, as soon as her pants split, I heard it. And then I saw her, and then she went off the stage. And I was just like in my mind going, the introvert head was like, do I run off the stage with her? Like, do we make it seem like it was part of the show? Like, I don't know what to do. But this is a clear message. Even in the moments where situations are not ideal, situations happen, something comes and knocks you off track. Even in those moments, you will have what you need to complete the task. And I remember that day like it was yesterday, because my mama was in the back, and my friend, when we got off, we laughed, y'all. And she said, yo, mom was just like, all right, you gotta finish it. You gotta complete it. You gotta do this. Come on. What we gonna do? Let's find a shirt. And I don't know where, we don't even know where the shirt came from, yo. We don't know. We don't know if somebody took off the shirt and gave it to her, or if it was a free item, or we don't know if it was something they was selling. Y'all better come on this morning. Y'all better come on this morning. I don't know where the shirt came from, but somebody handed her a shirt that was her size, that covered her behind, so that when you couldn't see her pants was split. And we went at it. And I'm telling you, everybody went off. Here's the thing: is you're so fearful about being embarrassed because of what happened. You're so fearful about being embarrassed about the thing that didn't fall, that fell through, that didn't go the way it was supposed to go. Trust me, I've been there. I've gone in business, not wanted to go live and talk because I was launching a program and nobody signed up. I've been there. I've done that. I've been the person that's gone and published a book and nobody bought the book, and everybody else is having all these amazing. It was crazy though. Here's the thing: I've been there with being the person that was going and supporting everybody else. I'm gifting out people's books in order for them to help make Amazon bestsellers list. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm sharing it out. And then when it came to mine, didn't get that same, the energy wasn't the same. They didn't give the same energy, but I was intentional and deliberate. And it's so interesting because I look back on all of the things that I've been able to do. I look back on where I've been able to come from. And I said, if I wasn't deliberate and intentional back then, I wouldn't be here now. I wouldn't be here now. And unfortunately, there's so many people that they don't set those intentions deliberately because of what we're going through in the heart. That means that, listen, the heart work we got to do is on a regular. When she went back off that stage, there was heart work that had to be done. Am I going to be embarrassed? Or am I going to go back out there because we had a plan? We had a strategy. We had something that we had to complete. Am I going to be embarrassed by what just happened? Or am I going to go out there and I'm going to am I going to use this as, listen, is this, because we talked about this earlier, is this going to fool me or fuel me? Because see, it'll fuel you and make you go harder, or it will fool you and make you think that you were never supposed to be doing that purpose in the first place. Is it going to fool me or fuel me? Come on. Is it going to fool me or fuel me? And so you have your moment. It's not to say that it don't hurt. I please believe. It's not to say that it don't hurt. It's not to say that that listen, it didn't make you cry. It's not to say that it didn't make it still happens. It doesn't stop the pain. But can you use that pain for something else? She could have, listen, can we be honest? She could have ran all the way home. It would have took her a minute because of where we were located. She could have ran all the way home, y'all. Some of y'all, and y'all listening to it, and we can laugh about it because we're on the other side of it. But some of y'all, that's your life. Soon as something happens, up, split my pants. I'm a go. I wasn't called to do that. Up, they gave me a no. Up, the loan fell through. Up, I didn't get the grant. Up, I had somebody leave my team. Oh, I just had a client leave. Come on. And Marquita said it in the comments. The comeback is major. Because, see, it's the comeback that allows you to snap back. It is. It's the comeback. God is not saying that when you come back that you're going to be at 100% energy. Now, she came back on stage and she was like fired up. But it's not to say that when you come back, you're going to be 100% energy. You may not. But it's the comeback that provides that snapback. Because guess what? You came back. You came back. You didn't have to. Come on. Shh. That's right. She had a serious decision to make. And when I tell you, some of you, that's where you are right now. That's where you are in relationship. That's where you are in your mind. That's where you are in your business. That's where you are in the creative ideas God gave you. That's literally where you are right now. It failed before. And so you ran off stage and you're like, I can't do this anymore. And this is your reminder. Get a shirt to cover your butt and get back on stage. Get what you need and get back on stage. I don't know who it's for. But whatever you paused on, take your finger off the pause button. Press play. It's interesting. I did a press play series, and we bundled it together and had it's a whole thing. Because for so many of us, when something happens, we press pause. When so many things happen, we press pause. We don't know how to press play. And I think, Donna, you're in the accountability membership. I think I'm gonna post the replay for that in the accountability membership today. Because that's what it is. We press pause so often. And the reason we don't mark stuff off on our to-do list is because we press pause. The reason why we don't get things knocked off of our a vision board is because we press pause. The reason why we don't go ahead and have the things that we've been praying for is because we keep pressing pause when God is telling us to press play. God is telling us to press play. And so where do you need to press play in your life? Where did you need to press play in your life? And when you press play, Go ahead and let it play out. Like, take your finger completely off of the pause and take it away from the pause. And anytime that you get to a point where you feel as though you want to go back and press pause again, ask God why. Why do I keep pressing pause? What is it that makes me think that I have to stop? It's almost like, you think about it like this. Remember when you first learned how to drive? Now, I don't have a license, but I've been driving since 13. Don't judge. I'm not driving now. That would be bad. But I learned to drive around 13. And when you're first learning and you put your foot on the gas, it's that jerk mentality. You jerk yourself to a halt, right? Because you don't know how to truly press on the brake. But you're doing it at every single thing because you're nervous about truly putting your foot on the gas. Where am I going to end up if I really put my foot on the gas? How fast am I really going to go if I really put my foot on the gas? And so there comes a point when you are driving where you become comfortable now in driving. And you're no longer hitting that brake unless there's an emergency and you have to hit the brake. You're no longer hitting that brake as hard. Some of you have, even though you've been driving this thing called life for some time, it's as almost if you've just started and you keep hitting the brake. You keep hitting the brake. And you keep hitting the brake. And then when you hit the brake, what's the first thing you do? You check your surroundings. This gonna hurt, and somebody may not want to hear this morning. But you're hitting the brake because there is an addiction to watching and looking at what everybody else is doing. You're hitting the brake because you want to see how far your neighbor has gone. You're hitting the brake because you want to see how far this person is gone and what they're doing. You're hitting the brake. And so you're messing up your own deliberate intentions because you keep hitting the brake. Because every time you hit the brake, you look up and you look around to see what everybody else is doing, to see if everybody you see. And it's I said it was an addiction because it's almost like I can't focus on what I'm doing. So let me focus on what everybody else is doing, because maybe I can support them. Maybe I can help them. God is saying, okay, yes, you can help other people, but what about what I've called you to do? See, that was why I went and I was supporting everybody else, and I would hit the brake on my stuff and go and support this person and that person and do this and do that and do this. And I would hit the brake on mine and then go and do all this stuff for other people. And I hit the brake on mine. And God said, this year I'm not hitting the brake no more. Unless there is an actual emergency and I have to hit the brake, I'm not hitting the brake anymore. So that meant that I had to be really deliberate. Come on. Really deliberate. Come on. If not, then I not only am hitting the brake for myself, but I'm potentially causing a disturbance in the traffic behind me. The reason we need to have deliberate intentions is because every time we hit the brake, we cause everybody behind us to hit the brake. And you may not physically see it because it may be an emotional brake. It may be a mental break. Y'all better come on. It may be a break in relationships. It may be a break in so many other things. So literally every time you hit the brake, you're putting the people behind you at risk because they're watching you. And they have to react according to your actions. And so God is saying, I just need you to put your foot on the gas and trust. Don't keep hitting the brake. Don't do it. Look, fear stagnates movement for some people because they don't know the outcome. Come on. But if we learn to understand the fear is the enemy's way of holding you hostage, it's time to break free and run your race. Can't keep hitting the brake, y'all. Some of you, because you've been hitting the brake, your children have been hitting the brake emotionally. Your children have been hitting the brake spiritually. It's because they see you hitting the brake. Opportunities are coming. But if we keep hitting the brake, we can't get to the point where we can take advantage of those opportunities. If we keep hitting the brake, then we find ourselves at a place where we look up and we should have been further than where we are, but we're not. And so go back and have those deliberate intentions. Go back and have that conversation with God. Go back and find out what it is that He really wants you to do. Go back and ask Him where you've been putting the brakes on, pushing the brakes in areas where He's asking you to put the foot on the gas. Y'all, we're ending the year strong because reality is it's for us and other people. Some of you, the healing you've been asking for will come when you actually put your foot on the gas. The revenue that you've been asking to increase will come when you put your foot on the gas. And that's that bold confidence that we get. You know how they share the picture of it's the cat, it's the baby cat, the cub, and then it's the lioness behind them. That is it, because we know who's behind us. Or the picture of the cub looking in the water, or a cat looking in the water and seeing a lion. Why? Because we know who's on the inside of us. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, Marquita said it. What are you waiting for? Check your mirrors, make sure everything is straight, and take the ride and stop looking back. Someone is waiting on you. That part right there. And this is the thing. We never know who exactly it is that's waiting on us until we're actually moving. We don't know who's looking at us. I get people even now who say to me, "Yeah, I was just watching your broadcast." Wow. Like, you're awesome. Like, you're a powerhouse. I listen to your episodes of your podcast. I listen to your broadcast when you're live streaming. And I just go, wow. And they may be people that never like the post, never share it, never engage. But here's the thing. When I put my foot on the gas, the same way when you put your foot on the gas and you're driving outside, you don't know who's on the sidewalk when you're driving by. Y'all better come on. You don't know who's on the sidewalk when you're driving by. You just know it's people out there. It's real people-y outside, right? But you never know who's on the sidewalk as you're driving by. You never know who's in the car behind you. You never know who's going to be around you. You don't know. So stop trying to know it all. Put your foot on the gas. That part. So I am super excited. I got some work to do. I'm about to go get some things done. I have like a lot to do, some schoolwork to do and stuff, all of that. You guys have a great rest of your Wednesday. Thank you for those of you that shared this out. I appreciate it each and every time you guys show up and be a part of the conversation. Man, it just warms my heart above and beyond, because guess what? We out here. We getting this information out to the world, and I appreciate it because you are a part of the journey. With that being said, guys, make sure that you go tap in. You guys know that we're doing, this is the Speaker's Path to Freedom that we're doing. And you guys know that we started off with the Women's Path to Freedom. Both of them are 21-day journals, just for you to be able to go and get yourself back on track. No fluff, no stories. It's the scripture for you to read, and then you spend time with God, asking God what it is that you're supposed to get out of that. That's what each and every day is. So this one ain't all cute and coddly with the stories and things. No. This one is you doing the work. That part. Love you too, cuz. And now you know I'm gonna be thinking about that all day, and in my head I'm gonna be back at that moment all day today, y'all. Where that moment, I'm telling y'all, I don't believe that it's on camera. So y'all, because first of all, y'all be like, Ultimate, you was out here dancing. You was out here being a backup dancer. Listen, you don't know my life. I don't understand. And it's so funny because I just recently reconnected with a good friend of mine, and he was just like, he said, "You're an introvert?" He said, "You were never an introvert before." I said, "Listen, life happens and it brings you back to your bubble." Yeah, I did a lot of stuff, but God was like, "No, she can't be in that industry." And I was okay with it. I still like to dance. I was okay with it, but I was like, I think I could have been a backup dancer, y'all. I be looking at these TikTok dances like, y'all ain't got nothing on me. Maybe I'll go do one today and upload it so that y'all can see my skills. Y'all can see my skills. No, but you guys have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you guys. And until next time, don't forget to press it out. See ya.